He was constantly asking me about one of my friend's boyfriend's sexuality.
You could not have felt that threat to go get another man on me, and then you could not have felt that threat to do it in front of my son.
Oh my God, bro. This is hard to watch, bro.
Where you at,
Women
Berto?
discover their boyfriends are on the DL. Signs of a D-low man.
So I dated a DL man in Houston back in 2023. Happy Pride to him. And I want to tell this story because I know there's a lot of women in Houston that are just so confused as to why dating is so hard out here. It's because these niggas are gay. And I don't say that in a derogatory way because this nigga is. I am bisexual. A lot of these men are fully gay, meaning they don't like women at all. They actually hate our guts, and they're also not sexually attracted to us. And when you have that combination in a man that insists he's into you and loves you and is attracted to you, it can be really confusing. It can really throw you off your game because a lot of straight men do that too. Men lie to women, period, regardless of their sexuality. There are always signs.
This woman hates men. I could already tell. But I'm just interested to see what direction this video takes because I'm sure this is some niggas' lives, you know, moving around in the closet, not willing to accept their sexuality. So they still are dating girls, even though that's not what they on. But I also feel like there's a group of women that just have such a lack of accountability that they're willing to lie to themselves because a nigga won't do X, Y, and Z for them to their standard. They just gonna be like, oh, he's DL because he didn't buy me a $10,000 bag. Okay.
When a man is not attracted to women whatsoever. I met this man in 2023 through a mutual friend. He was a retired professional basketball player. He was about 6'7", just very masculine presenting. And honestly, we hit it off. So I was really surprised when at the end of the hangout, he didn't follow up. He didn't try to get my number. So I did what you're literally never supposed to do. I found him on Instagram and I liked a couple photos and I followed him.
You shot your shot.
Anyway,
nice.
He ends up sliding in my DMs. We end up making plans. The biggest red flag about this man was that he never wanted to hang out one-on-one despite living alone. And yes, I had been to his house before, so I knew he in fact lived alone. He had a child. I also lived alone, so it never made sense to me that he never wanted to come over, watch a movie, spend the night. Now, I'm no stranger to dealing with men that don't fuck me, but this was just something a little bit different. A man can hate your friends and still be laid up in your bed every day. So something just wasn't adding up. Anytime we would hang out, his friends would always be present and he would always kind of like parade me around to kind of show me off to his friends. It almost kind of gave like, look guys, like there's a girl here. I like women. Like, see, here's proof. Another huge red flag that I so regretfully ignored was that this man did not like eating box. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Chelsea, you eat box.
Whoa, niggas not eating box out here? I don't want to be TMI, but shit, I need to chill. I need to keep my digital footprint clean. I say too much crazy stuff, but that's foreign to me. Men not eating box. Okay.
How were you dealing with a man that didn't eat box? It was a really dark time for me. I don't know. I must have been going through a lot. My head was atrocious, y'all. It was just so bad. And I am 29 years old. I have had my fair share of experiences, but this head from this 35-year-old man, mind you, with a whole child, it gave, I have never even touched it in my life. That paired with the final straw, the straw that broke the camel's back, if you will, was that—
But you said he had a kid though.
He was constantly asking me about one of my friend's boyfriend's sexuality. My friend's boyfriend is super sweet, is obsessed with her, and does not give gay at all. But this man that I was talking to was constantly asking me, oh, why is he so friendly? Are you sure he's not gay? And I tell you, I have never in my life dealt with a man who cared at all about any other man's sexuality. He also used to use the F slur. When he would get angry, anytime he was like playing his video game and he would get really mad, he would just scream the F slur in anger. I just have no idea.
Having a kid means nothing. No, I know, but I guess I just felt like I heard her say that it looked like he had never touched vag before, but you know, he has a kid, so he did something with a vag.
Well, I was still dealing with this man at that point, but this was a long time ago, so don't do me. A lot of DL men are in fact bisexual, so they do still have some level of attraction to women, so it's easier to hide. But for the fully DL gay men, y'all ain't fooling nobody. Just come on out of that closet, baby. Anyways, if you're still here, thank you for watching. Be nice in the comments.
She didn't give any real evidence that he was sweet though. I don't know. I heard some of the stuff she said. It's possible, but I just feel like that's a stretch. I thought she was going to say she saw some evidence, you know, went through his phone, saw some, you know what I'm saying? I still feel like she kind of just assumed it. But let's carry on.
If you're a straight man and you're here, that says a lot because this is your For You page, so.
Okay, yeah, she just completely lost me. So any nigga that's ever watched the video now is sweet too now. All right, bitch. You almost had me. You almost convinced me you were onto something.
Wagwan Islanders family, welcome back to another video, guys, of ours, Rock and Comedy.
I feel like, I don't mean to just skip her, but I'm pretty sure she just like intros, but she doesn't talk about the video at all.
That's like struggling with what I've been through. I am a single mom of 2 kids. I am no longer co-parenting with my son's father.
Now I'm gonna just say off rip, I don't know the story yet, but I feel like this woman's experience is probably going to be a real one.
And what
I could just feel the energy. She's distraught. She saw some shit she did not want to see.
I want to start making a series because I don't really show like, or even tell kind of what I've been through. And when I tell other women, they want me to tell my story. They want me to spread awareness and they want me to say something. But as of December 24th of 2023, I made the decision to no longer co-parent with my son's father. It's draining. It's a mental thing. It's very traumatizing. What
happened?
I just can't do it. And again, I'm telling this story because I really want to help somebody else to prevent what I went through. On December 24th, I decided that I would no longer co-parent with him. For various of things, but this situation in particular, I'm like, I'm done. I can't do it.
Let's hear it.
I've forgiven him for a lot of stuff that he has did, and I just I can't keep forgiving. Like, I'm gonna keep forgiving for me, but I'm not gonna keep going through or allowing him to put me through things. Now, as of July 5th of 2021 is when I found out that he was living a double life.
Oh.
I want to start at the beginning of like how we met and stuff, but I'm gonna put on the video what I want to name this video. And if you feel like it will help you, or if you feel like, you know, Deanna, I really want to hear your story,
Start telling the story, please. I'm trying to be respectful, but start telling the story. Yo, real quick, before we get back into the video, I know you guys usually skip these type of ads, but give me 1 second. My guys over at Free Cash are sponsoring this video, and if you like money, I think you'd like to stick around. Free Cash is an application where you can earn free money just for playing games. It is 100% free to sign up using the QR code on the screen or the link in my description. Only thing that you're gonna need is an email or a password. And the games on this platform are actually fun, and all you have to do is complete basic missions and very simple tasks to reach the requirements to actually get paid. And as soon as you do that, they credit your account right away with real money that you can use in the real world. I'm talking about gift cards, PayPal, however you need to get your funds, they got it. And something that I've been seeing a little bit y'all talking about is like,
oh, they're collecting my data.
Listen, they only track your progress so they know when to pay you. And let me break down exactly why they're paying you free cash in the first place. The games that are on these platforms are trying to get exposure. So the games pay free cash to pay you guys to play the games. If you really think about it, it's just business. It's a win-win situation. These games get more people onto their platform playing their games, and you get a little bit of extra chicken in your pockets. And I've had so many of you guys reach out to me already saying that you've made $5 to $10 just playing games that you would be playing for free anyway. And I know $5 to $10 isn't like life-changing money, but it's free money to play games on your phone. And the crazy part is, I've actually had people tell me that they've had crazy payouts like $500, one even $1,000. I'm not saying to quit your day job, but the fact that that's even possible, I mean, bro, it's free. So if you ask me, there's really nothing to lose, just everything to gain, honestly, if you like playing games on your free time. So click the link in my description or try the QR code on my screen to sign up for free, and you'll even get a $5 bonus using my stuff. I love y'all. Where you at, family? Let's get right back into the video.
Where you at, Berto?
the event that happened of last year of why I'm done co-parenting with him.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna probably just start at the beginning. I will need time because it's not making, so just give me some grace of letting me get it out.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start the end and then I'm gonna come to the top.
Okay.
So, December 24th of 2023, it was the weekend for him to take my son. Or our son. I have not seen or heard from my son the entire weekend. Have not seen him, have not heard from him. Now, his father knew that he had a birthday party on Christmas Day that we were celebrating with my family. So I haven't heard from him this entire weekend. He knew because I told him prior that week. So I was calling his phone. I have not heard from him in like 4 to 5 hours. The last thing he texted was at like 12:50, saying that, he was going to take my son out to eat and he was going to go to his mom to, open birthday presents and stuff. So December 24th, I have not heard from him since 12:50.
Okay.
It's now going on 4 o'clock. I'm calling, I'm texting, I'm calling, I'm texting, I'm calling, I'm texting. He sent me another text, I think around like 4 something. And I haven't heard from him since then, and I know he was supposed to drop my son off. Now, since I have not heard from him, and I reached out to his mother, and I said, have you seen your son? Have you heard from your son? She said, no, I haven't seen him since Thanksgiving. So that went off. Like, what do you mean you haven't seen him? Like, he would say he was taking my son over your house. So I goes into panic mode. I'm calling him, no answer. So then I proceed to call his partner, no answer. So I waited about 4 or 5 hours, see if he'll respond, see if he'll text back. None. Now at this point, I'm upset, I'm anxious, I'm worried. So I go to his house.
Okay.
I go to his house. Right when I pulled up, he called me. At this point, it's like 4 or 5 hours. He says, oh, I've been looking for my phone. Impossible. For 4 to 5 hours, you've been looking for your phone? For 4 to 5 hours, you have been looking for your phone. Impossible.
Definitely fishy.
So I just say, hey, can you
definitely
just bring my
calling
son outside?
Cat.
So I'm outside waiting for like 4 to 5 minutes, or maybe 2 to 3 minutes. I don't know. But it's raining, and it seemed long to me.
Okay.
He proceeds to come to the door, and he was like, calm down. But it's like, don't tell me to calm down after I've been reaching out to you about my kid. Don't tell me to calm down.
Don't tell a woman to calm down now, nigga. I'm telling you right now, don't you ever tell a woman to calm down. That might be the last word you ever utter out of your goddamn lips, nigga. Calm down? Nigga. You lucky you still have your life.
When you haven't answered your phone in like 4 to 5 hours. Just don't tell me to calm down. So that's what I said. Don't tell me to calm down. And I proceeded to take my son out his hands, and I was proceeded to leave. He said and slammed the door in my face.
Last time I told a woman to calm down, I got hit by a car. Oh my God, bro. Yeah. Just go ahead. I don't know. When a woman's angry, just go ahead, you know what I'm saying? Try to, you get her to calm down with your body language, you know what I'm saying? Whether you hug her, you say, hey, is everything okay? You know what I'm saying? Do you need to take a moment? But the words, calm down? Yeah, just go ahead and we skip over that one.
So what do you do when somebody slams a door in your face? You walk away. So that's exactly what I did. Walk away with my son.
What up, Carrie?
The door swings back open, and all I hear is, fuck you, bitch. And I'm just like, in front of my son? You're doing all this in front. So I proceed to walk away.
Okay.
He goes and get his boyfriend on me. Long story short, 2 years ago, I found out he was cheating on me for a year with men. Never knew. There was no signs at the beginning. It's a long story. But anyways, his boyfriend comes to the door. And the father of my son is really yelling out. So in that moment, I wanted to break down because you're doing this in front of my son.
Yeah.
You disrespected me in front of my son. I have took it a lot from this man. I have dealt with dealt with a lot. If you don't know me, or if you're not friends with me, or you're not my family, you would not know the amount of pain that I suffered within 2 years.
Oh my God, bro. This is hard to watch, bro. This is hard to watch. I feel bad
Dealing
for
with
her.
him. You wouldn't know. And I've been healing for 2 years.
I'm sorry.
So he's yelling out. I'm like, okay. So I walk away again, get my son into the car. My sister is with me. So my sister gets out and was like, no, arguing with him and his boyfriend. So I'm trying to like tell my sister, go back in the car. We finna leave. At the end
That's
of
what it
the
looked
day,
like, Juke.
I
That's
am
what it
still a
looked like.
woman. And you are still a man. Why would you go get another man on me? You couldn't have not felt that threatened to go get another man on me. You could not have felt that threat to go get another man on me. And then you could not have felt that threat to do it in front of my son. So at this point, it became a safety issue for me and my son. Now, I don't want to co-parent with him. I can't. It's too much pain, and it's too much. I had to deal with so much shit in silence, and it's like I'm tired. And I just want to help other women if they are going through this, or if they have to deal with the man that they found out was actually a DL. I want to help you. This is really like a mental trauma thing that people don't understand. People don't get it. People don't understand. People just blow it off like, oh, you got a gay baby daddy. And like, y'all don't understand.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Again, respect to the LGB whatever community. Respect, but like, I have to imagine if you're a woman and you find out that your man was cheating on you with another man, I would have to believe that it would be demoralizing as a woman, because it's just like, I feel like so much of being a woman, right, is probably like, it's the femininity of it all. It's like, I'm a woman, I'm pretty, I'm feminine. And you obviously are with your partner to like compliment that as your man. And then he leave you to go fuck with another man. I couldn't even like, I don't even know. Cause I'm trying to think about it from like a guy's perspective. If you dating a girl and she leave you to go be with a girl, yeah, that would definitely suck. And I could see niggas getting clowned for that. But I feel like it wouldn't be as like traumatizing though. I feel like it wouldn't be as traumatizing. I feel like the flip as a woman, yo nigga leave you for a nigga, or even worse, cheating on you with a nigga, that's gotta be a million times worse. What's good, Lethrin? I don't understand that language.
Y'all don't understand the amount of pain that I suffered. Y'all don't understand how much healing I had to do to get to where I'm at because of this man. Y'all don't know.
What's good, Zaza? Welcome to the stream.
Like,
Welcome to the stream.
Emotional because
I feel her pain, bro. I'm sorry. What's good, Upbeat? What up, bro? What up?
I want to tell my story. And I want to make other people aware. I want to let people know I'm done doing this silence. I am ready to tell my story. And I'm ready to just put it all out there. I'm going to tell my side. And I will tell what the fuck I will tell what I did. But what that man put me through, y'all could have never imagined. You could never imagine. You don't know what I went through. I suffered in silence for 2 years.
What do you mean by that, Upbeat? Explain.
And for his family that may see this, I do sincerely apologize. Actually, I don't. Actually, not apologizing. This is mama. People thinking, oh, him being a dad don't have nothing to do with his sexuality. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
I know what you're talking about.
I felt like it was a safety issue. So, personally, me, I no longer want to compare him with him.
Is she going to tell us what happened, though? It doesn't look like it. So I'm going to skip on to the next story. But, you know, I feel for that woman, bro. Oh, it looks like she's telling it over here. How did you find out? All right. So this is what we would like to hear.
How did I find out? Come here. Zoom in. Okay, now I understand I was crying in the last video, so I'm going to try not to cry this time. I'm sorry. I was just emotional. Grab your popcorn, get a seat. Just come on. So, first of all, I did not find out through his phone. I never went through his phone.
Long as fuck.
I had a voice saying he cheated. And so the voice had got so strong that I'm like, okay, God. I had asked God, because at this time, guys, we was engaged. We was, in fact, engaged.
Damn.
I'm like, God, am I going to marry him? God said no. I heard the loudest and clearest no. So I'm like, okay, why? So God said, grab the laptop. So I grabbed the laptop. He said, go to the email. I said, okay.
She's saying God talked her through this shit. Said, hey, click this app. This the password too. Hey, God, I need you to start whispering in my ear like that, big homie. Let me get them lottery ticket numbers too.
Go to the email. So I'm going back and forth with God, like, you know, what's in the email? So God was like, no, go through the email.
You funny as fuck. The password is GAY.
So I'm like, okay, so I'm going fast, like I'm strolling. He like, you see the Facebook notifications? I'm like, yeah, but you know, everybody has Facebook notifications. And he was like, okay, click on one. When I clicked on one, that's the day my life changed forever. So I clicked on it, start hyperventilating. Like, I'm like literally about to have like a heart attack. Like, I just was in, my mind just went everywhere. So then God was like, I'm not done. I said, you're not done. Now, if you know me, you know that I like proof. Like, I need some type of proof. In order for me to argue with anybody, I'm not going to argue with you until I have that proof. Rico. I need hardcore
Women
proof.
are good at that.
I've always been like that.
Women are good at that. A woman, she not going to flash on you the moment she find the evidence, nigga. She going to get the receipts, the screenshots. She going to have a witness on the stand. She gonna put that Rico on your ass. So when she come to the argument, the only thing your ass can do is hit her with one of these. What are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean? No, what do you mean? Your ass can't say nothing but that, cause you just dumbfounded. There's too much evidence. You're guilty, nigga.
So God was like, go back to the email. So I'll go back to the email. Mind you, I'm still hyperventilating. My mind is everywhere. I'm thinking about my son. I was just everywhere. I was in a distraught. So God was like, you see the OnlyFans? I'm like, God, come on. Not the OnlyFans. Like, come on. Please. Like, I'm begging you. He like, click on it. My heart broke some more. I thought my heart couldn't break any more than that. Come here. I lied. So now at this point, I want to destroy this computer.
Juke, tell Zaza what's going on.
I want to run him over with my car. I wanted to throw everything that was in front of me. And God was like, I know you like proof. So, go to the payment section. Oh my God, payment, really? You know, I'm like, literally, I'm like, my mind was everywhere. So he like, you see the last 4 digits of the card? I said, yeah. He like, okay, now go to your internet bill and look at all the debit cards that's listed. Does that match that one? I wanted it to be wrong so bad. But it was right. After that, so that's how I found out. God and his email.
What's good, Dev?
I never went through his phone. Still to this day, I never went through that man's phone. I found out in a laptop through his email.
Wow.
In 2018, in December, we dated. So from August of 2018 to December of 2018, things was good. We was getting to know each other. We met because, I got into a car accident and lost my car, and he was offering me rides, and I eventually took up on his offer. In 2019,
The Uber is? I ain't heard that one yet. That nigga said, oh, let me give you a ride. Huh? Niggas moving different.
things was good. We had a normal relationship. There was barely any disagreements. For our 1-year anniversary, he did take me to a fancy restaurant, and he did book a hotel reservation for our 1-year anniversary. Again, no red flags. Everything was just perfectly, fine. Our relationship was loving, sweet. It was just normal, like any normal relationship. In 2020, COVID happened. So when COVID happened, I found out I was pregnant of April of 2020. From April of 2020 up until December of 2020, which I gave birth to my son. He was caring, he was loving, he was kind, he was there for me. There was no...
That's what I was about to say. There's always red flags, though. There's always red flags. Now, again, some people are better at hiding it than others, but there's probably something that she was overlooking. Not trying to victim blame any means. This is a genuine question. If she went through so much with him, why was marriage even a consideration? That right there also probably highlights the fact that there's some red flags that she might have just pushed to the side, kind of just like tucked under the rug. And it's like, no, it can't be that. Can't be nothing. And I'll give her some grace in the sense of like, when your emotions are involved, one thing that is true, doesn't make it right. When emotions are in the mix, things don't make sense. Sometimes when your emotions are so involved and tangled in a situation, things don't make sense. And that's why I always promote to you guys, try to keep your emotions intact, bruh. Don't make emotional decisions. Always make sure you staying in a neutral area when you come to these relationships. Let's go for boy, girl, whatever fucking relationship you got going. Make sure you are making non-emotional decisions, bro, because when you move in an emotional state, you're going to start overlooking red flags, things that's right there in your face, waving in your face. Hey, don't trust me. Don't do this. But you like them so damn much, you just throw it under the rug.
Red flags. He would rub my back. He would rub my feet. He would even rub my stomach. He was just overall there for me. So after we have our son at the end of 2020, now we're entering 2021, and that's where things kind of like shifted. So in 2021, everything was still normal, but now we was arguing more, meaning that, and I can't exactly say, which months, because, it was so far back, but in 2021, we started getting into disagreements. It was just, we just had a bunch of disagreements. It was a normal relationship, but we did have disagreements. In 2022 is when things kind of like shifted. In 2022, in January, he started making comments about how he didn't like me with my nails, lashes, and weave. So he wanted me to practically look like a man. Now, from January all the way up until April, we still having our disagreements. That was the first red flag for me. And honestly, I had to do more investigating. So in 2022 of April, he went out of town. He went out of town for a job for construction. He barely wanted to talk to me. He was always around, his coworkers.
Yeah, that nigga didn't go out for, that wasn't a work trip. That was a diddler trip. He was getting diddled by a diddler. Yeah, she had the rose-colored glasses on. That wasn't a work trip, girl.
Of course, and
that nigga was on Grindr.
Every time his coworkers would come in the hotel, where they were staying at, he didn't really want to talk on the phone.
Why does being natural equate to looking like a man? I ain't gonna lie. When she said that, I thought the same thing, but it's probably a hindsight situation. She probably didn't necessarily think that back then, but now knowing what she knows now, she's probably like, oh yeah, that's what he was trying to do.
So, he's out of town. I figure, he's tired, maybe, that's why. So, from April of 2022 all the way up to June, okay, things were still kind of rocky, but again, he was still, he was still loving. He was still, there. Things took a turn in June of 2022. In June of 2022, I have a girls' night. I'm at my girlfriend's house. We there, we drinking, we vibing, just having a casual girls' night. He didn't answer his phone all night.
This is like, again, bro, she was ignoring these signs too much, but you 3-4 years in a relationship with somebody. I'm not even, boy, guy, girl, not even talking about him being on the DL now. You in a relationship 4+ years with a nigga, you have a kid with the nigga, and he's just always going missing. Like, I'm not saying a nigga can't have his own time to himself. You know what I'm saying? You hit him up, he don't get right back to you right away. But like, you his partner, and you can't get a hold of him for 1, 2, 3, 4 hours at a time. You say you go on a business trip, he don't want to talk to you at all while he gone. Like, that, you can't ignore things like that. Like, you just literally can't ignore things like that in any relationship. That is not flying in any relationship. So I do got to give her, some accountability there, where it's like she needs to take some accountability there. Like, how was you just letting that slide? Like, that should have been hard pauses. You just letting this nigga, like, what? You think if I'm in a relationship with a girl and I'm trying to, again, I don't need her responding back to me like this. But we're in a relationship and I can't get a hold of you for hours without an update. I don't know where you are. I don't know what you got going. Like, that don't make no sense.
He left me stranded because at this time we did have one car. He left me stranded. He had my son all night. And he said he was at a family member house. But still to this day, I never heard that family member name. I only heard that family member name once. Which conclude that I don't think that this family member really existed. He was at the family member house all night. He didn't answer his phone. He answered his phone the next day at 9 o'clock in the morning when he came through the door.
This is just normal cheating behavior, bro. Like, this nigga been cheating on you.
When he came through the door at 9 o'clock that morning, and I remember it perfectly because I had a baby shower to go to the next day for my friend. He was gone all night. He stopped responding to my text messages roughly around 7 p.m. He did not respond until 9 a.m. until he came into the house. Big red flag for me. Again, he was at a family member house, but still to this day, I never heard of that family member. So where he really was, I don't know. So that was in June of 2022. In July of
Him being gay ain't even the issue anymore. She should have dropped his ass long before that. That's what I'm saying, bro. Big facts. She was tripping, bro. She was tripping. Straight up.
2022 is when I found out about the stuff in his laptop. That's when I found out about him being gay.
Okay, I'm kind of off of this story now because it's coming full circle. She went through his laptop. She found out he's gay. But there was nothing to even find, bro. She wasn't even letting shit slide for real. Like my dog said in the chat, nigga fucking running laps around you. And that motherfucker was ice skating.
Let's keep watching.
Yep. Never in a million years did I ever think that this would be the case. But there is a true epidemic going on, and it's these DL men wasting our time, wasting women's lives. Princess, because you insecure? So I recently have uncovered that somebody that I was
You couldn't record this while fucking being stationary? Why are you doing this while driving?
dating, we broke up, like, right after the new year. But I recently have discovered that he is DL. And I started to have my speculation, but now, yeah. Let me tell you the warning signs. Female aggression. There's something to be said about a man that can very easily yell at a woman, raise their voice to a woman, like women that they don't know. One of the first times I ever encountered this person, which made me not actually speak to this person for 6 months when I first knew them, was that he took this girl's stuff that we worked with and he just like threw it all in a drawer because he thought that that was his office. Diva behavior. Like, okay, Mariah. Another thing was he could easily yell at a woman. It's because they subconsciously, these DL men, they're at the same level as a woman. So they're easily able to get catty with us like we get catty. 2, metro in a way that wasn't masculine. However, overcompensating masculinity at the same time. What I mean is that very, not flamboyant, but...
I'm not saying that this isn't true, but I am also gonna just go ahead and say, like, some niggas are just emotional as fuck. Like, some niggas are just dead ass be acting like bitches, like fucking overly emotional, can't control their emotions at all, get angry as fuck, hotheads. So, I mean, that's just a negative trait. I don't necessarily think that correlates to being DL, though. I definitely don't think the two have to coexist, but still negative traits nonetheless. So I'm gonna listen along. Let's see if we actually have what we're talking about, though.
Okay, he loved scented candles. He loved having candles. He liked to go to Home Goods and
I like scented candles.
And home accessory
I like candles.
places. He did not like sports at all, which isn't...
I like sports in the sense that I'm an athlete. I play basketball. I like playing basketball, but I don't glamorize playing sports.
To say that all guys that don't like sports and are more artistic are DL or are same-sex whatever, loving. But at the same time, this person would be like, try to be the loudest, biggest person in the room. Act like he could like beat up anybody. He's like,
Berto, is there something you need to tell us? No, bro. Like, what the fuck? These are normal ass things she's saying. Like, nigga, just because a nigga isn't into the NFL, like, nigga, I didn't even know the fucking Super Bowl was this weekend. Like, I don't give a fuck about sports, bro. That shit don't pay me, nigga. On me, and I don't judge nobody that's tapped into sports. I mean, sports are fun. I played basketball my entire life. I was more into playing basketball. I mean, watching basketball when I was like playing it in school and shit. But nigga, I'm grinding. I don't give a fuck about no fucking watching LeBron James get richer and richer dribbling a basketball. You know what I'm saying? That's just me though. I'm not making fun of nobody that likes sports. It's just that's how I feel about it. There's not enough time in the day. I got things to do.
5'3". Like he's gotten into fender benders and taken out a pew. Like the anger and like the aggression is unreal. However, super like femme. 3, him excessively talking about how he was an ally to the LGBT community. I will not say T for him because he is actually extremely phobic. Like, gets angry about it, phobic. Kind of makes me think sis is putting on dresses and shit, but... So he used to talk about more than once how he lived in the very lesbian, gay, drag part of New York City when he was younger, and just like a bunch of stuff like that. Never did I ask. I don't even know how these things came up. But yeah, that was a conversation way more than once.
What up, Yellow?
I think twice he had. Right off the rip, I thought that was weird. Let me explain that. This man had more than one. Different races, different girths,
Nigga had dildos? Okay. Yeah, I feel like you finally told us something that's like, all right, nigga has anger issues, and he has dildos? All right, yeah, that nigga was swinging. She should have led with that, literally. Like, that would have heightened the thought process for everything. Because she was really just saying, like, all right, this nigga's emotional, bro. But I promise you, there's just a lot of emotional niggas out there, bro. A lot of that shit have to do with niggas not having, their fathers in their life or not raising them the right way. I don't know why niggas be so emotional, bro. But two things can be true at once. You know what I'm saying? Like, a nigga can be emotional as fuck, but that don't necessarily mean he DL. But in this case, I'm going to go ahead and stamp that nigga was indeed playing for the other team.
And yeah, he used it on, like, I guess, like, a woman. But he had a variety, man. And I will never forget something he said. He was always trying to, like, whoop boop into boop. And I was like, no. Because he never reached that level of being a good boyfriend that, like, he deserved it. Honestly. Like, I get it that you date for a certain amount. It's like, oh, freaky deaky, boo boo boo. Bitch, I'll do anything once. Monogamously. But, yeah. No. So there was a time where he had gotten, like, this different kind of one, and I think it was able to stick onto the wall. And it was smaller. And he was, like, trying to say, like, oh, let me do it with this, whatever. And I was like, okay, if you let me do it to you, then maybe you could do it to me. Do you know what he said? I'll definitely, like, do it to me. But, like, he never one time was able to finish. Not once. He really only, like, face down, butt up. Like, no other way. Wasn't good at it. Never did his due diligence. Bro. And, like, there were, like, weird things. Like, he, like, didn't want to please a woman. It's like he wanted to, like, hurt. Like, it was, like, I didn't know if it was because he, like, used to watch, like, and, like, All
right, I can't take anymore, bro. It's making me feel weird. I just don't want to hear it anymore. But that nigga was for sure DL. Hey, man, I think that's a sad reality for, some women that are dealing with that. I don't necessarily have advice for y'all. Pay attention to the red flags. I guess that's the best advice. Pay attention to the red flags. Pay attention to the red flags. They're there. You're just literally closing your eyes to them when they are waving in your face.
Where you at, Berto? I made this shit look too easy.